Some people play cards for fun. Others are lured in by the mirage of dazzling lights, only to find themselves dying of thirst in the desert. Me, I bring shades and a full cantina. Who am I? In the grand scheme of life, I am no one. Nothing but a husk built of bone and flesh. An empty vessel patiently waiting to be assigned a purpose. Until that time comes, I play cards, and I play them well. Blackjack is straightforward. Try to have the highest card count without going over 21. If you go over 21, you bust. Number cards are worth their face value. A 2 is a 2, and a 3 is a 3, and so on. The Jack, Queen, and King are worth 10 points, and the Ace is either 1 point or 11. What it is depends on the player's hand and how he chooses to play it. At the tables, you get all types of card players. The player who bet his entire life savings and his children's college tuition, but has the worst poker face.
Guys are in trouble now.
You get the guy in a hoodie and dark sunglasses with earbuds stuffed in his ears listening to God knows what.
Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, that means you're trying to learn how to play blackjack. Well, you've come to the right place. They say that every good story starts at the beginning. So that's where we begin. When I first met Andy Dufresne,
And of course, you get the cowboy
Ándale pues.
and the deer hunter. All of them have come to the same place. All of them have come to lose to me. I've been counting the cards all night. And if my calculations are correct, the next card is an ace. This is where I get my money.
Hit me.
You're showing 20. I advise you to stay.
Hit me.
Okay, it's your money. And bust. Dealer wins. That can't be right. I'm sure that was the ace that was supposed to be next. No, this can't be. If I got this wrong, that means I'm not the card counter.
Hey, welcome back to my channel, Another Guy Talking About Movies. I'm KJ Duff, and today I'm talking about the card counter. William Tell is not a professional card player. He simply counts cards. He analyzes the decks, the cards played, and the players themselves. He understands the dealer has the highest win percentage at the table and knows how to turn that win percentage to his favor. Every move is surgical, purposeful, and calculated. He moves from city to city, casino to casino, and wins. Not enough to draw attention from pit bosses and their higher ups, but enough to continue to support a frugal lifestyle. Because, as he puts it, you've got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. Okay, that was Kenny Rogers, but I couldn't help myself. William Tell doesn't stay in the lavish casino rooms, opting instead for cheap motels on desolate country roads where he pays cash and avoids their terrible coffee. This is how William Tell stays under the radar, repeating the same process over and over, trudging through the murk of timeless nights, the desolate back roads of nameless towns, sleeping but never resting, unaffected by the hypnotic twinkling lights and loud bells, depriving himself of any real pleasure, patiently waiting and wandering in a windowless purgatory for a chance to redeem himself and cleanse his soul of his past sins. When he meets gambling financier Lalinda and the young misguided Kirk, he gets his chance. The Card Counter is both written and directed by Paul Schrader, whose prolific body of work has spanned for nearly 5 decades. Perhaps most notable of Schrader's filmography is the screenplay he wrote for Martin Scorsese's 1976 masterpiece, Taxi Driver, a film that chronicles the deteriorating mental state of Travis Bickle, played by Robert De Niro, a socially awkward veteran turned taxi driver who navigates the morally bankrupt and decaying streets of New York City with his own sense of unwitting purgative Christianity. Taxi Driver established the trope of the anti-hero, a deeply flawed and conflicted character whose moral line is somewhat blurred. Many of Schrader's characters are anti-heroes. The aforementioned Travis Bickle, Julian Kay from American Gigolo, Frank Pierce from Bringing Out the Dead, and most recently, Ernst Toller from First Reformed. The Card Counter continues this trope with William Tell. However, whereas Schrader's past characters succumb to the chaos brought upon them through mostly external forces, Tell is tortured by the darkness within himself, a darkness he volunteered to descend into. From the opening credits, Schrader's camera work and film editing mirror its main character's personality. It's forbearing, calm, clean, and neat. There are no extravagant or wasteful movements. The camera is the window pane through which we can only see what is most important. In tense moments, it brings us in and nearly suffocates us. When the tension is eased, it brings us out and allows us to breathe. And in moments of disorienting insanity, we are challenged to ride above the wave of madness. Oscar Isaac embodies the role of William Tell. He dresses impeccably, putting him in stark contrast to the amateur and casual casino goers who are simply there for a good time. On the surface, he appears stoic and put together, in control of his emotions and careful not to let anyone see beyond his hardened exterior. Oscar Isaac did a great job portraying William Tell's silent torment, allowing us to briefly glimpse into the undercurrent of the character's haunting madness through thin cracks in his otherwise impenetrable shell. The young Tye Sheridan perfectly encapsulates the rebelliously impulsive Kirk. Kirk is hell-bent on revenge against Major John Gordo, played by Willem Dafoe, who Kirk believes is directly responsible for the decimation of his perfect family life. He makes it his mission to find Gordo and make him pay. He just doesn't know how or when or if he even can. Nor does he consider the consequences if he is actually successful. Tiffany Haddish shines as Lalinda, a character who is sexy and elegant but also endearing and, unlike William Tell, very forthcoming and comfortable with revealing certain aspects of her past life. Better known for her comedic performances, it was rousing to see Tiffany undertake and tackle a role that, in an interview with IndieWire.com, she admitted was quite challenging. Because she was tasked with stripping away all of the comedic tics in her acting arsenal, in misguided hands, her performance could have come across stiff and cardboard. Under the direction of Schrader, however, what we received was an engaging, irreplaceable performance. Tiffany brought such a warmth and matureness to the character that I can't imagine anyone else playing that role but her. The pace of the film is spectacularly quick for a story as patient as The Card Counter. Of everything there is to love about the tightly woven story, one of my favorite aspects of the movie was the dynamic between William and Lalinda. William was instantly drawn to Lalinda, but why? I mean, aside from her obvious beauty, it's actually quite simple. Lalinda was everything William wanted to be. Free. free of past pain, free of torment, free of moral impurities. You know, gambling aside. I thoroughly enjoyed The Card Counter. It has tremendous replay value, and it's a film that I believe will stand the test of time. I think 10, 20, 30 years from now, we can play this on our little handheld hologram TVs and it'll still resonate. There's so much content coursing through the digital airspace to choose from, but for anyone looking to watch a movie that illuminates human existentialism, I highly recommend Paul Schrader's latest offering to the cinematic gods. And that does it for now. Did you watch The Card Counter? If you did, go ahead and tell me what you thought below in the comments section. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for notifications on all my future videos. Thanks for watching. I'm KJ Duff, or another guy talking about movies. Stay tuned.